Hi everyone, it's me Sangay and welcome back to my channel, or let's say welcome to the second episode of Sangay's podcast. So if you guys remember, last year around the month of October I started this podcast on my channel and I uploaded my very first podcast video, which was titled as Story of My Life. So for a very long time, I know I have been gone missing. Okay, many of you guys actually wanted me to upload, few more like podcast videos. Okay, so yeah, thank you to everyone for your good feedback on my podcast video. And here I am finally. Few months later, attempting to film this podcast video. Don't really know how is it gonna go, because prior to this also I have actually tried recording like couple of times, but something or the other happened. Sometimes I was not happy with how the video turned out, and sometimes middle pe hi like kuch ho jata tha. Okay, so that's why I was not satisfied with the previous videos, but I really hope that I can actually upload this video and that you guys are actually watching this video. So fingers crossed, let's see what happens. First of all, just a disclaimer, just want to make sure that this is not like an official podcast. Okay, I just have my mini mic out here from where I'm like recording. So you guys will have to understand that this is not like an official podcast. Okay, so yeah, as you guys read today's title, I'm gonna be talking about how and why I got into K-pop. So if you guys have known me for a while, like be it like you guys know me in person or you guys have discovered me on YouTube, you know that I love K-pop. And for those of you guys who don't know what K-pop is, K-pop basically stands for Korean pop music. So it's like pop music but in Korean, right? So I realized that I have been a fan of K-pop for like more than 7 years now, and it has become a very integral part of my life and say like a part of my identity now. So I thought that talking about K-pop and sharing with you guys my story as to how I got into K-pop and why I am still a K-pop fan, because I know for so many people they got into K-pop, but then once they like kind of grew up, they kind of like grew out of that K-pop phase. But for me, from the moment that I've gotten into it, I have just been like just getting like more bigger and more deeper into this K-pop fandom. So yeah, this is my story, and yeah, let's get started with my story. Before that, let's go many years ago. Okay, so around like 2009 2010. So before K-pop also, I used to be a big fan of Justin Bieber. Like the onset of my teenage years, Justin Bieber was like the first crush I had ever had in my life. I still remember when I was in class 9 or 10, we did not like, we used to have like so little money back then. Okay, back then when I was in school. So 400 rupees was like such a big deal back then. But I remember saving 400 rupees and buying like a Never Say Never book by Justin Bieber. I also bought like a Never Say Never CD. Okay, still remember when I was in class 11 or 12, I had printed out a t-shirt with like I love Justin Bieber. Basically my like early teenage years was of me fangirling Justin Bieber. Okay, but with over time, like as I started growing older, I kind of like grew out of the whole believer phase. Okay, so yeah, that happened. And then about K-pop, it was not like I was very alien to K-pop before or something. Okay, back then, even when I was in school, like when I was in class 8 or 9, there were like students in my school, like seniors, juniors, mostly girls. Okay, like even my classmates, some of my classmates, they were fan of like some K-pop. Like more than K-pop, I feel back then like K-drama was a thing. Some of the girls in my school, they used to perform dances in Girls' Generation ka song, that G G G G baby baby, this wala song. And I now now that I recall that, I also listened to Taeyang's song, okay. Na 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 me wa, yeah, na 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 na. So back then, like when I was in class 9 or 10, I did not knew that Taeyang was a member of one of the biggest band of K-pop at that time, which is like Big Bang. Okay, I just knew, like, I thought like Taeyang was like a solo artist or something. And I still have, like, memories of me and my friends like trying to dance to Taeyang's song. Okay, so the thing, like K-pop was not like an alien thing to me, but then I was never like interested into, like, never interested in K-pop as much I was into, like, Justin Bieber. And I was more of into, like, English pop songs like One Direction, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Selena, like all those English artists, okay, English singers, and then I transferred to like my new school, okay. And it was around 2013-14. I was like in high school, 11 and 12. Okay, I was in my senior years of high school. So 2013 and 14 was the phase when I was introduced to like girl groups like Miss A, and oh my god, the independent, no, not independent, like I Don't Need a Man by Miss A. That was like our anthem. I still remember, like, me and my friend group back then, we would be like, naming ourselves as the member of the Miss A group. And I was like, I'm B Susie. Like, oh my god, it's so crazy now that I think about it. Okay, and moving on, like 2015, when I go to college. Okay, so I go to college, and this is like my first semester in college. One of my friend, Young Chen, hi Young Chen, if you're watching this video, so we were seated together in chemistry class, okay, and Young Chen actually made me watch few videos of EXO at the time, and she was the one person who introduced me to EXO and Twice, okay. So I still remember watching this video, like, it was a chemistry class, and I don't know, that day the teacher had not come to the class, so it was kind of like an off period, okay. So she made me watch the Call Me Baby by EXO, which was like just released back in 2015, and oh my god, I became fan of EXO like then and there. And I also watched their other music videos like Wolf, Miracles in December, and then, like, I couldn't stop thinking about EXO, their music, the visual, the group, okay. And then I like slowly got into this loophole of becoming an EXO-L. EXO-L is like a fandom name for EXO fans, okay. And then like Young obviously brought me more content of EXO. I remember watching their reality show called EXO Showtime, okay. So I eventually got deeper and deeper into K-pop and EXO, okay. And in the same year, like, this new girl group called Twice had also debuted, and I remember, like, their comeback was with the song Cheer Up, I guess. Yeah, the comeback was around in the month of October of 2015. So I still remember, like, sitting outside in my class ka veranda and jamming to Cheer Up Baby, Cheer Up Baby. So yeah, those were like, all those baby steps as to how I got into K-pop, okay. And in 2015, actually, Young had again, it was Young Chen only, okay. She had again, introduced me to BTS as well. And I still remember, it was when we were returning back from college. We were in our college ka bus, and I watching music video of BTS ka Boy in Love, and like my first love, I instantly fell in love with RM or Kim Namjoon of BTS. Like, I found these guys to be like so cool. I mean, I was a fan of EXO first. When I got into K-pop, I was a fan of EXO first, and EXO was like this, they had kind of like this good boy kind of vibe, sweet good boy kind of vibe, like that kind of image. Whereas BTS like had like a totally different image. They had like this bad boy kind of image, which actually makes sense with the storyline and the concept and everything that they have followed, for like their every album that they made their comeback with. So yeah, but when I first watched BTS also, I was like really amazed by their performances. And though like RM was like the first member that I noticed, for me all of the members were like equally fascinating, equally talented. I really liked the group, okay, but then still at the time, I was more of like an XOL than an ARMY, okay, and then yeah, that happened, and then 2016 came. So in 2016, BTS actually made their comeback, and they released their main song, which is Blood, Sweat and Tears, and oh my God, I mean, before that I was just like, okay, I love like BTS as well, I love listening to their songs, even they are cool, talented. But then when they made their comeback with Blood, Sweat and Tears, I just lost it, okay. I felt so unfaithful towards EXO, but then I could not help but become more I could not help but become a fan of BTS as well, okay. And at the time, like all of my other friends like Youngchin, Chiring and all also, they had also started to listen to more of BTS than of other groups. So I was also kind of like influenced and yeah, it just from that day onwards, there's never like a stop to K-pop. Every year, like new groups are debuting, and yeah, in 2016 even Blackpink debuted, and oh my God, the impact Blackpink has made, like seriously, I mean, I know like so many people around me. I mean, girls too, usually they become K-pop fans, majority of the girls, but even like boys who were like, you listen to K-pop, who used to make fun of us for standing like K-pop boy groups, even they were like, oh my God, Blackpink, so Blackpink definitely made a huge impact, okay. And then yeah, like I mean, these are some of the top groups like EXO, BTS, Blackpink, okay. But then simultaneously, I was also listening to other groups like GOT7, Twice, Red Velvet, okay. And what else? I think like, yeah, those were like main top groups that I would like listen to the songs like frequently. And actually in 2016 it was me, my friend Youngchin and my friend Kashmira, we even tried to audition for the K-pop contest. So I got to know about this K-pop contest thing via Facebook, okay. Might be because like at that time, since I had gotten into K-pop, I was watching so many K-pop content that it got recommended to me. But apparently the Korean Culture Center, which is based in Delhi, they organize like this K-pop contest, okay. And the thing is, what they do is like country wise they select a winner, and all those winner will participate in the K-pop world contest, which is held in Korea itself, So when I got to know about it, me, my two other friends, we sang this song called Sing For You by EXO. Now that I think about it, it's so embarrassing, but I still wish, I had that video till now, okay. Like I think my other two friends also do not have that video with them, but I mean, we were so immature, like so naive back then, we thought like, oh my God, with this song we are definitely going to pass, but then we definitely did not pass the 2016 round. Still, like we were not disappointed, okay. So next year, that is in 2017, when we got the chance to participate in K-pop contest once again, because like this K-pop contest festival is like held every year, no? So 2016 ka to we didn't get through. But in 2017 ka, we thought that okay, this last year we participated like singing round pe. This year, how about like we participate in dance category? And then we had to find one more member because we wanted to dance in Blackpink song. And then one of our friend Simran, okay, she she agreed to become a member of our team. And then we started to participate, we started to practice for this K-pop contest. Okay, I think this was held in the month of April or May. This competition was going to be held. So from the month of February, when our college had started, like just 2 weeks into our college, we formed this group and we started practicing in our girls common room. Okay, and now we had to name our girl group. Okay, so we named our girl group as Shy Hustlers. And how we got the name for this girl group is, I basically kind of did a quiz on the internet. On the internet you can find certain quiz and all, no? So what we did was, in that quiz, in that website, we entered all the personalities of the different members. There was certain kind of quiz. Okay, I really forgot about it now because that was way back in 2017, right? So we did kind of this quiz, and finally we got a name, okay, according to our members' personality, which is we are shy, but then when we are performing on the stage, we just hustle, Shy Hustlers, So yeah, I am so proud of this name, Shy Hustlers. Okay, so yeah, that happened. And then we used to practice so hard because we were so passionate about this. Okay, that time in 2017 we got selected for the K-pop contest, the first round. Okay, preliminary round, we got online round, we got selected. And for the preliminary round we had to go to Assam, Guwahati, because that was from the northeast round. So what they would do is category wise, they will have northeast one category, north one category, south one category, and then all the winner will go to Delhi or Mumbai, and they will have select one winner, final winner, right? So yeah, from northeast we had to go to Guwahati. And luck also favored us at the time, because the time of the competition was during our summer vacation. And for some of my friends, okay, it was their first time traveling via train. Some of my friends had never been outside state. Okay, so it was a very new experience in itself, because it was also first time for some of my friends to travel via train, and also for all of us, for all four of us, it was the first time to travel outside state without our parents, or without any teachers or guardians. And so we were on our own. Okay, so yeah, I am so glad that I started vlogging back then, because now and then when I want to recall those memories, I can always go back and watch my old vlogs from back then. And like I mentioned, that in 2016 when BTS made their comeback with Blood, Sweat and Tears, and I was oh my god, okay, these guys are really teasing me. But I was not an ARMY yet. Okay, I was a fan, but I was not an ARMY. It was only in 2017 when they released a song Spring Day, and oh my god, if you watch the spring, if you search Spring Day by BTS, meaning behind the lyrics and song on YouTube, you'll find so many references. Okay, and the first time I heard the song itself was so good. So again, I feel that's also one of the reason why BTS is so different than other K-pop groups. So now that I've actually shared with you guys how I got into K-pop, right? So now I will share with you guys as to why I got into K-pop. So for me, what I would say is that college life, sometimes it can be quite mundane. You have this monotonous routine, wake up every morning, prepare food, dress up, go to college, attend classes, and come back home, attend extra classes. I did computer classes for 1 year alongside college. So sometimes college life can be so monotonous, and monotonous life can sometimes be very boring. We all need some sort of a color, some sort of a fun thing in our life, right? So for me, I would say when I discovered K-pop, it was like I discovered a new color in my life. It was as if in my black and white life, there was someone added a color. Like, I mean, it's not that deep also, but then, like, I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say, okay? And second thing is, since K-pop involves both singing and dancing, and ever since my childhood I have been very passionate about singing and dancing, okay? So when I can find two of the things that I love the most in just one category, how will I not, accept this, or how will I not make this thing a part of my life, right? So yes, I feel that's also one of the reason why I was so infatuated and why I got into K-pop. And the third I would say is, I also made so many friends because of K-pop and also K-drama, okay? But then I would say mostly it's because of K-pop. Like, even right now, many of my close friends, okay, many of the people with whom I'm like close, we actually, grew our bond because of K-pop. And another reason why I got into K-pop is it really helped me boost my confidence, okay? Getting into K-pop and seeing this K-pop artists who were like of the same age as me, and they are so confident performing on the stage. They are like singing and dancing, so watching them perform made me confident in myself. And and even performing with shy hustlers, like, I feel with every practice we were getting better. With every stage performances, like, we performed back in Assam as well, but then coming back, okay, we were even asked to perform in our college also. Like, it was during a farewell or a freshers, okay, we were asked to we were asked by some of the groups to do our K-pop dance that we did, so yeah, performing again on stage. And then in 2018, me, Chiring and Youngchin, we even perform at this 2018 Red Panda Winter Carnival, okay? And for that, like, we even had to go for audition. And like, when we went for the audition, oh my god, people were cheering up for us. And even at the carnival also, when we were performing, like, that adrenaline rush of when you're performing, like, you're doing something you're passionate about on stage and people are cheering up for you, like, oh my god, just even thinking about it, like, it's literally making me so excited, right? So, and yeah, one time back in college, 2017, for the first time in my life, I performed a solo dance. Like, I performed it As If It's Your Last, okay? So, I mean, like, I never had like stage fright or something, but then I was like, performing poetry and emceeing on the stage. But then a dance performance, I had never done that before in my life, like a solo dance performance. So when I was performing solo on the stage, I was like literally enjoying myself, like, all eyes on me, I'm doing my dance. So literally, like, K-pop has contributed to a lot in boosting my confidence, okay? And yeah, another thing is that being a K-pop fan, I also learned a new language, like a new foreign language, which is Korean. I mean, of course, I cannot read and write Hangul, but then I understand so much of Korean. Like, these days when I watch K-drama, for most of the words, I don't even have to look at the subtitle, okay? I mean, like, I'm just sharing this story with you guys, and I think with me sharing this story, even you guys are getting to learn as to how much of an impact K-pop has made into my life. And I don't see myself, growing out of K-pop anytime soon, because I became like a diehard K-pop fan of the third generation, right? BTS, Twice, Blackpink, EXO, GOT7 and all that group. But then I thought that, okay, fourth generation group, I was like, okay, I will not be, standing the fourth generation group as much as I used to stand the third generation group. But I'm realizing that, though I might not be such a die-hard fan of this fourth generation groups as well. But then, I mean, some of these groups, they are putting out some amazing music. There is more competition now, है ना? And yeah, and fun fact is that I don't know about like some of you K-pop fans out there, but then for me, I feel for this fourth generation idols, I'm becoming more of like a female K-pop group fan than compared to like male K-pop group fans. Something about these fourth generation girl groups, they are putting out really good music out there. I mean, this K-pop idols, of course they are like talented, है ना? They're like so professional, they are so good looking, but then at the same time, if we watch their BTS clips and all, they are also so hardworking. And K-pop industry, as much as for the fans it is glamorous and it is like exciting, it's also quite tough because there's so much competition and like there's so many like unhealthy beauty standards as well. I mean, I feel like everything has yin and yang. Yeah, this is symbol, no, yin and yang. Like there's good and bad and there's bad and good, so I guess like every entertainment industry or every industry as a whole will have its good points and its bad points as well. But for me, like as I always say, I would like to focus more on the positive side. Okay. And yeah, with that being said, that was my story as to how and why I got into K-pop. And though I'm in my mid-20s now, I don't see myself growing out of K-pop anytime soon. But yeah, anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed listening to my story as to how and why I got into K-pop. And to all my viewers, if you are also a K-pop fan, then let me also know your story in brief. Like you can comment it down below as to in which year you got into K-pop, what was your first group that got you into K-pop, and are you still a K-pop fan or have you grown out of K-pop? Okay, so I would really love to learn about your story as well. Okay, and I would really love if we can have like an interactive session. And to all my non-K-pop fans, what do you think after listening to my video? What do you think? Do you want to give K-pop a chance? Just kidding. But yeah, I guess with that being said, I am going to end today's podcast here itself. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.